What does the future hold for workers' compensation and employer liability insurance? These two coverages sit at the heart of employer protection, and right now, both are evolving faster than ever before. Let's dive in. First, a quick refresher. Workers' compensation provides medical benefits and wage replacement to employees who are injured on the job. In exchange, employees typically waive the right to sue their employer directly. Employer liability, often bundled into a workers' comp policy, kicks in when an employer is held legally liable for injury or illness, usually from negligence or unsafe conditions. Now here's what's changing. 1. Workplace injuries are going down, but the risks are shifting. Thanks to automation, AI, better safety protocols, and stronger regulation, especially in industries like manufacturing and logistics, we've seen a long-term decline in physical injury rates. But that doesn't mean the pressure is off, because even as slips, trips, and falls decrease, employer liability risks are on the rise. One major driver? Workplace discrimination and harassment claims. More workers are speaking up about discrimination, especially around gender, race, sexual orientation, and disability. And while these claims typically fall under Employment Practices Liability Insurance, or EPLI, there's increasing legal crossover with employer liability and workers' comp, particularly when emotional distress or retaliation leads to further workplace harm. 2. The pandemic reshaped the conversation. COVID-19 forced employers to rethink their duty of care, from essential worker protections to remote ergonomics and mental health. Now mental health and long COVID are emerging as new battlegrounds for comp and liability claims. In several states, PTSD and stress injuries are now compensable, particularly for first responders. And as mental health continues to gain legal recognition, insurers and employers alike are asking, where's the line between personal hardship and work-related injury? 3. Loss prevention is no longer optional, it's strategic. Leading insurers are investing heavily in loss control services. That includes wearable tech to monitor fatigue, machine learning to predict claims, and ergonomic assessments to redesign workflows. Some carriers are even offering premium incentives to employers who adopt proactive safety and wellness programs. It's not just about paying claims anymore, it's about preventing them entirely. 4. There's growing friction between low frequency and high severity. Although claims happen less often today, when they do happen, they're often more expensive. Medical inflation, legal costs, longer recovery times, and growing jury verdicts are all pushing average claim severity up. This is especially visible in industries with aging workforces like healthcare and construction, where injury recovery takes longer and medical costs are rising faster than inflation. 5. Technology is rewriting the rules. From telemedicine for injured workers to AI triage tools that fast-track simple claims and flag complex ones, technology is optimizing the claims experience. Some carriers are even experimenting with predictive analytics to price employer liability risk more dynamically, based on company culture signals, employee reviews, and litigation history. But these tools aren't without risks. Bias in data, privacy concerns, and regulatory gaps around AI usage in employment contexts all could complicate adoption. So what's the future look like? Here are a few forecasts. Compensation and liability lines may blend further as regulatory definitions evolve and court rulings create new precedent. Mental and emotional health risks will become more prominent in claims and litigation. Prevention as a service will become a growth area, with insurers offering embedded tools to reduce workplace risk. And underwriting will become more nuanced, factoring in soft elements like culture, communication, and even remote work environments. Final thoughts? Workers' comp and employer liability have traditionally been seen as reactive coverages, but that's changing. In a world where physical injuries decline but social, psychological, and reputational risks rise, these coverages are becoming much more strategic. For employers, for carriers, and for regulators. If you're interested in how insurance is evolving to meet the changing world of work, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Insur Knowledge. We break down the trends shaping P&C insurance clearly, practically, and with insights you can actually use. Because the future of insurance isn't just about claims. It's about anticipating risk and building resilience.